It's time for baseball MLB Network. Today, it's the home opener for 2017 between the Chicago Cubs and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Who will get the better of this compelling matchup? We'll find out next on MLB Network. Anthony Rizzo is in to start things off as he looks at a ball to start the inning, 1-0. And Harold, as we take a look at the Pirates as they take the field here this afternoon, they come in looking to turn things around as they've dropped 2 straight.
Yeah, Matt, I mean, this is the club that's in the middle of the season now, and we've been watching them up and down. They're in 3rd place. They got to get on a roll because you got to track 2 teams down now. Kind of put themselves in a situation where can't lose many games moving forward.
Kris Bryant.
Kris Bryant stands in as he swings and misses for strike 1. Well, as demonstrated there, that's a tough pitch to do anything with.
Oh, you think? If you've got a good fastball like he does, that location can be really effective. It looks so tempting to the hitter, but making contact on that pitch can be very tough.
Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Bryant is retired, 2 down now.
Batting 3rd.
Now to the plate, Kyle Schwarber. First at bat for him in this one, and he's got that average up over the 300 mark for the year. A fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. In there at the knees, 0-2 now.
He's not messing around this inning. He's attacking the zone. He's showing lots of confidence. He's 0-2 on this hitter after having 2 quick outs. Nice job.
That fastball straightens him up a bit. 1-2 now. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he'll lay off the curveball that's in the dirt that time, and it's back to even now at 2-2.
He executed that 1-2 curveball pretty well. I think that's right where he wanted it to end up, but he couldn't get him to chase at it. We'll see what they go with now after that didn't work out.
Got him looking, and that ends the inning. Here's Starling Marte. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the 1st.
Leading off for the Pirates, center fielder.
Now a swing and a fly ball. Hayward sprinting after it. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. Standing in, Josh Harrison. And he's looking to get it going. Off to a bit of a slow start this year. They charge the Cubs as they take the field here this afternoon. They come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Well, Matt, we're watching a team that won the last game, put them at 500. Now, they're not where they want to be, and they're still several games back in the division. But you just keep pushing one day at a time, and you never know if you might be able to gain some ground.
Jung-Ho Kang.
And this is pop foul, but perhaps playable behind first. And that'll slice just foul at the last moment. Hit the other way out toward right field. Hayward has a read on it, and that's the 3rd out. Here's Ben Zobrist now. He's hitting in the 270s on the season coming into this one.
Ben Zobrist.
I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. The windup and the 0-1. Line drive to center field, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. With that, the Cubs get their leadoff man aboard. Into the box now, Albert Almora, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. First offering on its way. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. 1-0 count. Here it is. 2-0.
On 2-0, you can bet he's looking for a fastball that he can turn on and drive. Might be thinking about picking on that big hole between 1st and 2nd.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Under this one is Polanco, and he's got it for the 1st out. And he will scurry back to 1st as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Batting 6.
Here's the young catcher Wilson Contreras. He comes into play with a batting average in the respectable 270s. No score here as we play inning number 2. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands.
That's not an easy pitch to do anything with, right? 96 miles an hour in on the hands. You almost have to be looking for that pitch to be able to do anything with that.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Marte is under it. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Here's Jason Hayward now. He enters play hitting in the 260s for the year.
Jason
Down on the
Hayward.
shins and missed with it. Ball 1.
Boy, that's a great breaking ball right there. That's a tough pitch to lay off when that ball is coming in at that plane right there. Quality take.
Gong is there for it, and that ends the inning. Stepping into the box, Gregory
Leading
Polanco.
off for the
He'll look to
Pirates.
get something going here
Left
in this
fielder,
scoreless ball game.
Gregory Polanco.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. Swing and a high pop-up back onto the outfield grass now. Russell able to tuck this one in for out number 1. Digging in,
Batting
McLeod. He'll get to
Right
take his
fielder,
first cuts here.
Number 15.
And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Hit hard on the ground to second. Taken in by Zobrist. Throw to first gets him, and Lackey looks to be in control here. There are 2 away.
Batting 6.
Digging
First
in,
baseman,
Dan Vogelbach.
Dan
He's ready for his
Vogelbach.
first at-bat of this early season contest. And this ball's going to find the seats down the left field line. Foul, strike 1. Man, a fastball just misses. It's 1-1. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Schwarber racing back, but it's over his head, and it hops the wall for a ground rule double.
Batting 7.
Set to get his day started, Mike Zunino. And it's been a real struggle for him with the bat so far this year, looking to get things turned around in a hurry. And this is just off the outside corner, ball 2.
That was 2 very good takes. I mean, those pitches are just right there, nibbled on the corners, just missed, but he had the patience to lay off them. That was a good 2-0 slider right there. Now you're still sitting 2-1. I continue to look for that fastball, but that was a nice slider right there.
David Freese would be next. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out.
Batting 8. Third baseman.
Now
David
about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here.
Seems like he's just lost the strike zone these last several pitches. He's got a walk, and that pitch right there, that wasn't even close.
And here's a fastball in for strike 1. 91 miles an hour that time. That's on the corner to put him behind now. 1-2. Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Rizzo will range over to make the catch. So striding in, Lackey. He'll lead
Leading
things
off for the
off
Cubs,
against Garrett Cole.
The pitcher, number 41. John
Here's a high
Lackey.
fastball that's fouled off to the right of the catcher here for strike 1. 1 strike now from Cole. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Another one sent foul.
Well, that's 3 foul balls in a row. He's definitely battling up there.
And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. Ready to deliver the 1-2. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first.
Batting 9th. Shortstop. Addison Russell.
Slapped hard the opposite way, but he'll barely have to move out there and right as he hauls this one in for the second out.
The first baseman.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Anthony Rizzo. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. Fouled back. Swing and a liner. Foul. Third inning, no score to this point. This is hit high in the air and pretty deep down the left field line. On the move is Polanco. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the... Into the box, Garrett Cole. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3. Way off balance hack that time. Good for the first strike.
Well, he doubled up on that slider, so that tells me he's really feeling it at this point in the game. Good chance we'll see a heavy dose of that slider as this start continues.
But an easy play there at first as that becomes the first out of the inning. Line to the right side, but there to take this one is the second baseman, and that's out number 2.
The batter, number 5.
Josh Harrison stands in. 0 for 1 here in the early going. And that is in there for a 2-out base knock. So Jung Ho Kang will get a chance to hit here following the 2-out hit. And that'll bring up the versatile Jung Ho Kang. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. A little bouncer. Foul ball, however, strike 1.
Well, that was a big 2-out single we just saw, and for pretty obvious reasons. The inning went from totally under control to now. He's got to deal with some dangerous hitters here with a runner on base.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is... Here's Chris Bryant now. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame.
Third baseman.
Hit in the air out toward left. Under this one is Polanco, and he's got it for the first out.
Now
digging
batting,
in to try it again, Kyle Schwarber. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And a slider gets away from him here as it just about got him in the ankle. Still all zeros in the run column here in the 4th inning. Dan, does this continue or does somebody score here?
Oh, you have to love. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
And he wouldn't have made contact with that one with an or. It's 2-2.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Kyle Schwarber goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Ben Zobrist is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. Here's a blooper out toward left center. Polanco coming on. And that retires the side. Here's Gregory Polanco. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Pirates, left fielder, number 25.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Fouled toward the third base dugout, but this will get back into the seats out of play. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd with a strikeout. And there's 1 away.
Number 15.
Bat explodes as this has popped up. Throw, and he's called out on a close play at first. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Dan Vogelbach. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. Little flare out to left. And that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out. So he picks on the first pitch here and is able to extend the inning.
Now batting.
Here now is Mike Zunino. Reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. And he'll try to crowd him there to start the at-bat. It's 1-0. And this is going to find the crowd down the left field line. It's a ball and a strike. Ready with the 1-1. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Well, that 2-seam fastball ran a little too much off the plate, but now that sets him up to work with something away and maybe even an off-speed pitch.
His timing looks good right there, Matt. That's following up after a fastball. He still was able to get a piece of that breaking ball.
In there, a base hit. The relay. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away. Striding in once again, David Freese. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. 0-1 count. Here it comes. And this is popped fouled off to the right and back into the seats. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Lackey ready with the 1-2 pitch. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Hayward on the run. In to score, the runner from third. And this will get over the wall, in fact, so just the 1 run will be allowed to score. Squared that one up just a little late. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
Obviously, he wants to help himself out right here with 2 strikes.
Oh, and this one sails on Lackey as it's back to the backstop. And the recovery will be in time. He's out. Striding into the box, Albert Almora. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Number 5.
That's popped up out towards short right field. McLeod has the best view of this one, so he'll take it for the first out.
The catcher, number
Ready
4.
for another chance? Wilson Contreras comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now started to go down after it, and he couldn't hold back. It's strike 1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Takes this the other way to right. McLeod is there, 2 down. Digging in for his second at bat, Jason Hayward. He's 0 for 1 thus far. On the ground to the right side. The flip to the pitcher covering as that will retire the side. At the plate, Garrett Cole. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Pitcher, Garrett.
A shot to second base and handled for the first out. Here's Starling Marte. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. And a ball popped foul to the right side, out of play. Hit on the ground to third. A diving try, but it's through into the outfield. Josh Harrison stands in. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far.
Josh Harrison.
Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. The 0-1 delivery. Ball 1. Snap throw to first. Ready is Lackey. The pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Russell has it. Zobrist. Back to Rizzo, and they get out of it here. A double play to retire. Digging in for his second at bat, John Lackey. He'll start things out now in the top half of the 6th.
Lackey.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. After it is Marte. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. Here's Addison Russell. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Seared down the first baseline, but a foul ball here. 0-1. And this ball's heading for the seats down the right side as the count will move to 0-2 now. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
Hey, good pitch right there with the bases empty. Why not take a shot? Throw that breaking ball in the dirt and see if he'll chase after it.
No runs, just 1 hit. No errors so far for the Cubbies. Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2. 2-2 count. Here it comes. Line drive snagged on a short hop. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Ready once again, Anthony Rizzo. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Back goes Polanco. That one is out of here. This game is tied. Here's Chris Bryant now. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Fastball that gets the inside corner, strike 1. And Dan, that's a pretty good example of why he's such a great pitcher.
Yeah, stuff. Stuff is obviously the important key to being dominant on the mound, but it doesn't mean a whole lot if you don't have outstanding control to go along with it. But he does, and he really spotted that pitch.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Kyle Schwarber. Been a strikeout victim twice in this one. There's a swing and a high pop-up. Vogelbach is there, and the side is retired. Strikes again, Jung Ho Kang. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game.
Jung Ho Kang.
First pitch on its way. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Well, he's having a good amount of success here, Dan, even though he hasn't really gotten a ton of swings and misses.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working.
Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. Swing and a liner. But quick hands over there at third as he takes it for the second out.
Now batting.
Digging in once again, McLeod. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Line toward the gap in left center. That gets down, and the inning continues. Digging in to try it again, Ken Vogelbach. He doubled earlier and carries a 2 for 2 line into this appearance. Fouled back. 1 run, 7 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. In the dirt here. Good job keeping it close as the count goes to 1-1. They'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now. Lackey comes set. Here's the 1-2. Soft liner towards first, but an easy play over at first to glove it. Back here in Pittsburgh. All square at 1 as we get set to start the 7th. But before we do, let's take a look at the game summary to this point.
Ben Zobrist.
Into the windup and the pitch. This ball's hit in the air down the right side and out of play. 0-1. 1 strike now from Cole. And a breaking ball down and in here as he's got to hop out of the way there. And he lays off a pitch down and away. Ball 2. Zobrist awaiting the 2-1. Line drive to center field. But this is unfortunately right at him in center field as he takes it in for the first out.
Center fielder, Albert Almora.
Albert Almora stands in as he looks at ball 1 here. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Polanco has a read on it, and he makes the catch for the second out. Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway.
Well, Matt, we talk about first pitch strike, right? Look, it's not great what he's been doing, but he's over 60% of the time. First pitch is going to be a strike. That's a nice little nugget to have if you're the starting pitcher.
I got to say.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. Ready for another chance? Mike Zunino. He'll go to work trying to do something about breaking this 1-1 tie. And here's a ball hit in the air. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1. Here's David Freese to stand in. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1.
Well, he's thrown over 70% first pitch strikes to all the hitters in the game right now. That's why he's pitching late in the game. He's getting ahead of guys, and then you can manipulate as you move forward.
Again, he sends it out of play.
I like the pitch right there. 2-strike fastball out of the zone, see if he'll chase. I'd go even further out this time, see if he chases it again.
And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. breaks his bat as this one's popped up. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Lackey at an even 70 pitches now in the outing. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. There to take it is Rizzo, and there are 2 away now. Ready for another shot now. Garrett Cole, 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. Now a swing, and he popped him up. Oh my goodness, 3 in a row. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Here's Jason Hayward now. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame.
Right fielder. Jason
Hit on the ground
Hayward.
down the first baseline. This gets foul. It's 0-1. And he takes strike 2.
He's feeling it out there on the mound, just getting the ball and throwing it with a lot of confidence right now.
2-strike pitch is chopped foul at the plate, and will do it again. The 0-2 once more. Popped high in the air. And Freese will put this away, no problem for the first out.
Pitcher number
Standing
41.
in, John Lackey. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
Now
Half.
batting the pitcher Lackey, number 86.
Fouled toward the third base dugout, but this will get back into the seats, out of play. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And there's ball 1.
You know, Matt, he's been getting most of the pitches. I know he's complaining a little bit on this one, but he's been getting most of the pitches today. He should be feeling pretty good about himself.
This is skied out toward right. McLeod on the move. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away. Stepping into the box, Addison Russell. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far.
Russell.
And this is fouled straight back. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. This is swung on and lifted down the left field line, but it'll get back into the crowd as he jumps ahead of him now. 0-2. Sinker misses, and it's 1-2 now. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And a fastball just a bit high.
Well, all of the umpires in the seats thought that was strike 3, and they weren't far off, but I think that...
And we'll have to leave it there. Carl Edwards Jr. is on to pitch out.
Pitching for the Chicago Cubs.
Digging in and looking for more, Starling Marte. He'll have a new pitcher waiting for him as we begin their half of the 8th. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Line toward right center. And there's a base hit. So just like that, the leadoff man's aboard, representing the potential go-ahead run. Around second. He's on his way to third. And he will make it in safely. He's in at third as the go-ahead run.
The batter,
Josh Harrison stands in. He was a double play victim last time around. And that misses, ball 1. 1-0 pitch on the way. Here's a pop-up now. Rizzo is there for it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up the versatile Jung Ho Kang. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
Well, this is a strikeout situation, but it's also a...
There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Gone! A 2-run shot that gives them the lead. Here's Gregory Polanco. He's batting cleanup, but has been shut down so far at the plate. 0 for 3. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. Schwarber is there, and he makes the catch for the out. Striding into the box, McLeod. He singled his last time up. Hit in the air out to left field. Schwarber is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire. Chicago stands in now. They'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9.
Number 44. Anthony
Now action in the bullpen
Rizzo.
as their closer starts to get loose out there. Swing and a liner. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway.
How about it?
Here's Chris Bryant now. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Marte on the move, but he can't get there. It's over his head. And he'll reach second now with 1 away. Now at the plate, Kyle Schwarber. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit. And this is drifting foul back into the stands. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Now a ball swung on and heading for the stands in right, and that'll move the count to 1-2 now. 1 out and a runner on second base. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. And now this ball's lifted in the air down the right field line, but this will get back into the seats, so the count holds at 2-2. The 2-2 one more time. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
Baseman, number 18, Ben
Comes set.
Zobrist.
Here's the 0-0 pitch. Ben Zobrist is in with 2 away here as this one swung on and missed for the first strike. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike.
I like that they went away with that pitch right there. They really tried to tie him up on that previous pitch, so he was probably what we call inside conscious. He didn't get a strike there, but I'm guessing he was looking for another ball in.
Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And this ball swung on and hit to center field, and this should do it. Marte is there to make the catch, and with that, the ball game is over. Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result, he's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he was outstanding in this one. I mean, we talked about his dominance throughout the game, and he allowed only 1 run. So to me, there's no doubt he was the story here.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Pirates. 3 runs on 9 hits. No errors. They left 7 men on base. For the Cubs, 1 run, 4 hits, no errors. They left 3 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 4.
Welcome to Houston as we for baseball from Minute Maid Park. Today, it's the home opener for 2017 between the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Houston Astros. It's Astros baseball, and it's next on the show.
Number 5.
And they start him with a changeup, but this is chopped foul at home plate. Harold taking a look at these Astros entering play here this afternoon. They come in winners of 3 in a row and riding a nice little run to start the new series.
Well, Matt, that 500 is like the magic number. Now, they won their last game. Now they won under 500. If you get to 500, you feel like, okay, now we can start to build something special. But you got to get to that 500 mark. That's why this game is so important. They win today, they're at 500.
Gregory Polanco comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Clear skies this afternoon. 84 degrees is our first pitch temperature. Comes back with the cutter and gets it by him. 1-1 now. There's a swing and a ball lifted to left, but back in the seats, out of play. It's 1-2. Ready on 1-2. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Looped out toward third. Throw gets him. 2 down. So striding in, Jung Ho gone. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Into the windup and the pitch. A swing and a miss at a ball down.
Jumped ahead with strike one there, and that's something he's going to do a lot of in this start. He doesn't have lights out stuff, so it's important for him to be pitching ahead and have the hitters on their heels.
See what happens when you work fast, you stay aggressive, and you come right after guys. Man, you get great results. 2 quick outs, and now he's 0-2 on this hitter.
Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Here's George Springer. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the
Astros. Center fielder, George Springer.
Breaking ball that's cut on and missed for the first strike. The windup and the 0-1. And he misses with it. 1-1.
Well, I think that's a great spot for that pitch. In on the hands. It wasn't a strike, but if he can command the movement in there, he's going to be very effective in this one.
But coming on quickly is the left fielder to make the play for the first out.
Second
at the plate, Danny Santana. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Liner toward right center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit. Digging in the switch hitter, Marwin Gonzalez. Hitting just a bit over the Mendoza line on the year. Now a swing, and he just fouls this one away. 0-1 count, and the pitch. Way out in front. Runners on first with 1 down. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. After it is Marte. And he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Batting fourth.
Stepping in is Josh Reddick. And he is proving to be something of a non-threat with a bat in his hands this year. The average, and that's off the second base bag. And they won't get an out from this as he's able to reach on a play that you just don't see very often.
Batting fifth.
Here's Carlos Correa now. And a quick glance at the numbers will tell you it's been a huge struggle for him at the plate this year. And he'll try to take control of the inside part of the plate with the fastball as he backs him off a bit. And this is down at knee level as it's chopped foul at home plate.
Well, he fouled that breaking ball off a little bit early. Timing not quite there. Had a fastball to pitch before. He just got out in front of that breaking ball.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. Here's Starling Marte. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Center fielder number 6. Starling
First pitch
Marte.
curveball swung on and missed. Strike one.
That's a high strike on a curveball right there. If he continues to throw that pitch, we won't be mentioning his name very much longer in this game. He's going to have to get that ball down to be effective.
Reddick is there, one away.
Batting
Coming to
fifth,
the plate now,
right fielder,
McLeod, as he'll
number
get his
15.
first opportunity in this one. Ooh, started him with the change, and it's 0-1.
Well, he swung right through that on that changeup. The changeup is a tough pitch to swing at for the first pitch because you haven't measured his velocity yet, so you don't know what you're going to see coming their direction.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
Throw to first will
Batting
take
fifth,
care of him. Score it
catcher,
2-3 on the putout, and there are
Francisco
two gone now.
Cervelli.
Into the windup and the pitch. Sends that one out of play for strike one. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. This is in the air out to straightaway center. Springer has a read on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Stepping in, Brian McCann. He'll get us going
Leading
here
off
in
for
the
the
bottom
Astros.
half of the second.
Catcher Ryan McCann.
And a layoff fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. Got him to swing at a pitch below the knees, 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
Well, that sets up a big pitch right here, Matt, because you don't want to lose the leadoff guy to the score.
Oh, what a stop on the slide. Got him. And what a vital play there, preventing the leadoff man from getting aboard.
Batting seventh.
Evan
Designated
Gattis
hitter,
now standing in.
Evan
He's ready for his
Gattis.
first at-bat of this early season contest. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. And this is fouled back and out of play. Swing and a liner, but this is a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. A little bouncer, but it gets foul. Now another 0-2. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again.
That's 4 foul balls in a row. He's battling, no doubt.
And the 0-2 here is fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again.
This has turned into quite an at-bat. That's 5 foul balls. He's seeing a lot of pitches.
Fouled back. Another 0-2 home. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. And he makes the throw to first. Gattis is retired. 2 down now.
Left fielder.
Here's Nori Aoki. He'll try to make something
Aoki.
happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball 1. The windup and the 1-0 pitch. Sent toward first. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. And that'll bring up the former
Batting
first rounder Alex
Third
Bregman.
baseman,
The season
Alex
batting average comes in
Bregman.
down in the 240s. Hard liner to center field. Marte will get there, and he puts it away to retire. So digging in now, Dan Vogelbach. 7, 8,
Leading off for
9,
Pittsburgh,
bottom of the order set to
first
go here in
baseman.
the third.
Dan Vogelbach.
Oh, and he gets the inning started with a bang as this is hit high and deep to left field. But it bangs off the out-of-town scoreboard. Here's Drew Stubbs now.
Batting eighth, the designated hitter, Drew Stubbs.
First offering on its way. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss. Now the 0-1. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. The 0-2 pitch. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out. So coming to the plate, Phil Gosselin. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and one gone. This is in the air out to right. Reddick has a read on it. He's got it, and there are two down now. Josh Harrison stands in. 0 for 1 here in the early going.
Josh Harrison.
And this one's hit on the ground, but foul. Oh, 1. Here's the pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2. And this one's in the dirt, and he'll rein it in as the count moves to 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a liner, but a foul ball.
Well, I think he's trying to get that 2-strike fastball out of the zone. Just caught too much of the plate right there. Fortunately, he fouled it off instead of putting it in the seats.
In there, a base hit. Here's Gregory Polanco. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third.
Gregory.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Reddick has a play, and the inning is over. Ready for another chance? George Springer. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
George Springer.
In tied at 93, ball 1.
Well, good inside fastball right there. Trying to tie the hitter up, trying to keep him from getting those arms extended. A pitcher's pitch.
Low roller, and he barehands it. It's late. He's safe. Almost got him after the great stop, but it's a base hit, and the leadoff man's on to start the inning. Here's a swing and a ground ball, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Crowds him a bit with a fastball there, and it's to 1-1. Hit hard back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit. Striding in once again, Marwin Gonzalez. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. This one's blooped out toward right center field. McLeod coming in, and that's the first out of the inning. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base. Digging in for his second at-bat, Josh Reddick. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A changeup floats outside here for ball 1. 1-0 count. Here it is. Lined hard toward right center. That's in there. Base hit. Springer rounds third and is digging for the plate. And to score, the runner from second, Santana, is on his way home. And he'll make it as well. And they will hit the board first here. It's now 2-0. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Carlos Correa. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout. And this is going to be a foul ball. In the dirt, and now let's see. The throw will go to third, and he is safe at third as he moves up on what's likely to be ruled a wild pitch. Ready with the 1-1. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. It's up and out of here into the archways. Here's the catcher, Brian McCann. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. And some action now in the Pirates bullpen. They've got a lefty and a right-hander up to throw. Swing and a hard hit ball down the line in right. And that's a fair ball as it'll head for the 326 sign in right. Evan Gattis now standing in. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Evan Gattis.
And a bit too high with that one. It's 1-0.
When he's pitching effectively, usually that two-seam fastball is moving quite a bit, but here it's just kind of flat and straight. Could be a big part of the reason why he's getting knocked around.
Well, he's struggling. The team's doing well. And what's he do? He goes up there and swings the ball out of the zone. I want to be in the action, too. That's what he's thinking with that swing.
And this will be fouled away. He's ready with the 2-2 pitch. Heading out toward shallow right. McLeod is there. 2 down. Digging in to try it again. Nori Aoki. He singled his last time up.
Nori Aoki.
Here comes the first pitch. High in the air into shallow left center. Polanco has a read on it. And that ends the inning. Bring up the versatile Jung Ho Gung. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Jung Ho Gung.
First offering on its way. Hit on the ground to third. Played on the backhand. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
Center fielder number
Here's Starling Marte. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Line towards center field. Springer is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Now at the plate, McLeod. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Swung on and missed for the first strike.
Matt, I tell you what, I love how he's pitching right now. He has continued to pound that first pitch for strikes. When you do that, you set yourself up for great success. Boy, he's not picking them up at all. 2 swings and misses right now. You're not.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is. And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Alex Bregman. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
Number 2.
Juan Nicasio.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Pittsburgh, number 12.
First pitch misses here to the leadoff man in the inning. The number 9 hitter in the lineup. It's ball 1. In tight with the sinker. Ball 2.
I'm seeing him just a little too amped up out there right now. That's common with hard throwers like him. Running a blazing fastball up there is great, but if you can't harness it, what good does it do you?
Throw to first is in time for the first out.
Now batting, center fielder, George Springer.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. On the move is Polanco. He gets there and makes the play for the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting.
Digging in once again, Danny Santana. 2 base hits, both singles to this point. Bounce to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. At the plate, Francisco Cervelli. He's in to get things going here in inning number 5.
Francisco Cervelli.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. And nope, this one falls, so he'll get another shot. And he breaks out the hook here. Good for strike 2.
Well, you know you've got it working on the mound when they're swinging right through it, even when you're putting it right down the middle of the strike zone. Not the greatest of game plans, though.
Again, he sends it out of play. And he chased it in the dirt. McCann corrals it. He'll throw down to first, 1 away. Stepping into the box, Dan Vogelbach. He reached on a single in his first try. Here's the first pitch to him. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
Matt, he's really putting on a clinic. The first pitch strike, we talk about it all the time. He's 90% in this game, first pitch strike. When you do that, you're going to have great success.
Sent on the ground out to second. In time to first, and there are 2 away. Here's Drew Stubbs now. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Stubbs.
Into the windup and the pitch. And not the greatest of starts to the at-bat as he reaches for 1 out of the zone for strike 1.
Boy, that's an ugly swing right there. And they haven't been getting on base. They're not doing much of anything right now. And I tell you what, they got to figure.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Here's Marwin Gonzalez now. 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
First baseman, Marwin Gonzalez.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that sinker misses at the shoe tops. Ball 1. shatters the bat as this is hit on the ground. Taken in by Gung. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Stepping in is Josh Reddick. He doubled earlier and carries a 2-for-2 line into this appearance. A high fastball is in there. The windup and the 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. Now a sharply hit ball back up the middle. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield. Here's Carlos Correa now. He comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier.
Correa.
And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. Here's the catcher, Brian McCann. A hit in 2 tries so far. Hit out towards second. And that's through into right field for a base hit. And they will hold that runner over at third as he'll move up only 90 feet. But the bases are loaded.
Designated hitter, Evan Gattis.
Here's the first pitch, chopped foul right at home plate, and that's the first strike. The 0-1 pitch. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here. Here's Nori Aoki, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. This is hit on the ground to first. Is he going to get out of this? He is, as he gets the 3 on a. Ready for another chance? Phil Gosselin comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Phil Gosselin.
Now a swing and a ground ball. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2.
That's a good changeup. Got him to swing early in it. Now you got him set up. You can go back with the hard fastball. Or
there's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out.
Batter, number 5.
Josh Harrison stands in. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. Hit high in the air down the right field line. Reddick coming on. He can't get there as it falls in. Here's Gregory Polanco. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. First pitch of the at bat on its way. Swing and a liner. Foul. 0-1 pitch on its way. And there's ball 1. Joe Musgrove comes in unexpected.
Now pitching for the Astros, number 59, Joe Musgrove.
Popped up towards the seats as this gets out of play. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for the Pirates. Now a ball hit in the air, but in play perhaps down the line. Aoki is over now, and he puts this one away in foul territory, and there are 2 men out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Ready once again, Jung Ho Kang. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Very weakly on the ground. That winds up foul. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Now a fastball runs inside and drills him. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Digging in to try it again, Starling Marte. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. And that's in there. Base hit. Harrison rounds the corner and is headed home. And he will beat the throw to McCann. Safe at home plate. Ready for another shot now. McLeod. We'll see if he can come through in a clutch spot here. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 6. Skied into straightaway right. On the move is Reddick. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So striding in, Alex Bregman. He's 0 for 2 thus far in this one.
Third baseman, Alex Bregman.
Popped into the air, back behind second. Under this one is Harrison, and he's got it for the first out.
Center fielder
Stepping in and ready for another shot, George Springer. He flew out in his last at-bat. Lined into center field. That's a base hit. Striding in once again, Danny Santana. He's 2 for 3 thus far.
Danny Santana.
Line to the right side. That's in for a base hit. He's now 3 for 4. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now. Digging in once again, Marwin Gonzalez. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. He gets dirty, but he can't get there, and it's into center field. And not in time as the run scores. Standing in, Josh Reddick. He's got 3 hits, including a double to this point. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. Oh, and he can't come up with it. And the effort pays off as he's able to recover and get the second out of the inning. In now, Carlos Correa. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. Wade LeBlanc. Slide in now and
your attention, please.
Hoping to limit the damage. Here's the pitch. And things are going to go from bad to worse now as a balk has been called. And that's going to extend this lead. He's set and the pitch. Misses with a curveball that made him move his feet.
Well, that's not what they were looking for when they brought him into the game. First pitch nearly hits the first batter he's facing. That's a little bit to be concerned if you're the manager.
And now Harrison will look this one in. Here's the catcher, Francisco Cervelli. He'll try and do what he can to work toward cutting into this big deficit.
Francisco
hit hard towards center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So that's how they'll start out their half of the 7th inning. Into the box now, Dan Vogelbach. A hit in 2 tries so far. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Swing, and that's hit out of play up into the plaza level.
Matt, I like the last 2 pitches. A changeup and then a fastball, and he's late with the swing on the fastball right there. You got him in between right now, and that's an advantage to the pitcher.
Bregman is over, and he's got it for the first out of the inning. Here's Drew Stubbs now. 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. High fly ball out to straightaway center. There to play it is Springer, and that's out number 2. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Now batting.
Coming to the plate now, Phil Gosselin. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. Ball chopped foul right at home plate, and it's 0-1. Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
Right there, Matt. You know, they get the leadoff man on, and they haven't been able to advance him. That's why they're not scoring runs. You got to hit and run, steal. Do something to get that runner moving. Get aggressive. Back-to-back changeups, and fouled that one off right there. I don't think he's going to come back with the third one.
Threw it right past him. A swing and a miss at the. Digging in and looking for more. Ryan McCann. He'll start things out here in the bottom of inning number 7. And here's a ball hit in the air. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he swings on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. 2 quick strikes, and now the 0-2. Pulled toward right center field. McLeod is after it, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Digging in, Evan Gattis. No hits in 3 tries so far. He struck out once. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. The 0-1. Hit in the air out toward left. Polanco has a read on it. 2 down. Standing in, Nori
3.
Aoki. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now a flare out to left center. Polanco moving to his left, and that's the third out. Now at the plate, Josh Harrison. He'll start things out for us here in inning number 8.
Second baseman, Josh Harrison.
Over for a look is Reddick, but he's going to run out of room. This is a foul ball. Slapped hard the opposite way. Reddick is there to put it away for out number 1. Here's Gregory Polanco. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Grounded up the first baseline. Gonzalez is there. The tag, and he is out. Stepping into the box, Jung Ho Kang. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Popped up. Gonzalez is there for it, and that ends the inning. Ready now, Alex Bregman. He'll see what he can do leading off the home 8th.
Third baseman.
Hit to third. Gosselin is up with it. Throw on to first, and one third baseman grounds out to the other, 1 away.
The batter.
Here's George Springer. A couple of singles for him in 4 trips for him this afternoon. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Swing and a miss, and he's in trouble now. 0-2.
Masterful job of changing eye levels. A fastball up and in, and then a curveball down and away. It's got him in a little bit of a rocking chair situation. I'm curious what he'll throw here.
On to first, and there were 2 down. Now in the box, Danny Santana. He's working on a 3-hit ball game right now. Here's a high pop-up. Vogelback is there for it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. At the plate, Starling Marte. He'll try and lead things off here in inning number 9.
Starling Marte.
Grounded to third. Bregman gloves it. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. Digging in now, McLeod. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Springer has a read on it, and he makes the catch for the second out. So coming to the plate, Francisco Cervelli, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. Now a swing and a miss. Took something off that one, and it's strike 1. A swing, and it's popped in the air back behind first. And he'll put this one away for the final out, and the Astros have claimed the 4th consecutive victory here as this ball game is over. Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance, kept the opposition at bay, and as a result